We'll just come in. Hello and welcome to another episode of JonWan and the Rod Talk About Everything. As always, I'm your host. My name's JonWan, and to my immediate left, my tag team partner, Todd, the Lightning Rod Hooper.
Yes, sir.
Lots to talk about this week.
Lots to talk about, my man.
We caught a little bit of some kind of crazy bug, I guess. I don't know, stomach bug or something.
Time.
And we had to cancel Tuesday's broadcast. Kind of a drag.
Yeah.
But here it is Wednesday, and we are back in it to win it, baby.
Still not really feeling 100%, but, you know.
Are we ever really feeling 100%?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Where to start, though? I guess we need to jump in on Stan Lee.
Should talk about Stan Lee.
Rest in peace.
I personally did not say anything about Stan Lee on no Facebook, no...
It's kind of shocking, actually.
Yeah, well...
Considering how much of a comic fan you are.
Bro, I hosted a show for a year or two called JonWan Loves Comics. And the only thing that I talked about was Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess...
Stan Lee was a giant influence on me, to say the absolute least.
Yeah. I mean, he influenced so many people. I mean, not only just by his work, but just his personality, his appearances, his love, you know, of life. I felt like, you know.
You know, Brother Brody and I got to actually see him. We didn't get to talk to him, but we did get to witness his physical being.
Dragon Con?
Yeah, Dragon Con.
Yeah, that's right.
2017 in the parade. So that was pretty cool. So I did get to see his flesh one time. That's pretty neat. He created fucking every comic book character, pretty much, bar the DC characters, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty.
I'm gonna be
neat.
real with you. This shit's pissing me off.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what
Something
that
keeps
is.
happening with our Logic Pro right now.
We're always fighting.
Always. We're fighting against the currents constantly, my friends.
Constantly.
But, you know,
your help through Patreon and PayPal and all that can really help us out with that kind of stuff. We also like to thank our first Patreon, right?
Yeah, Jeremy Lenz.
Oh my God, man. I almost fucking fainted. I was having a bad day.
Walked in, I was like, yo, we got our first PayPal donation. And he was like, yeah. So, yes, a big thank you to Jeremy, man.
I've been washing dishes all day, just fucking hating life, just everything.
Yeah.
Everything sucks.
Living real life, and you come home and you're like, wait, this can't be real life still, is it?
Is this just fantasy?
Is this just fantasy?
Speaking of, you saw the Queen movie, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of it? I
thought it was very good. Listening to some reviews, I agree with the fact that some of the timeline is different, but I have to agree because that's fact, you know. But I kind of understand why they did it. I feel like to make the movie seem a little bit more seamless, I guess.
Yeah. They jumbled up the timeline a little bit.
Yeah, like I think on the We Will Rock You, they said it was, I can't remember, but the dates were the dates were like flipped or something. But I understand they did it to make it a little bit more, I guess, seamless of a movie. But they did stay true to Queen arguing about the singles and all that. So that was pretty cool.
If there was any band that wrote fucking hit singles, it's Queen.
every time.
Jesus Christ. Almighty. One of my favorite bands in the world.
Speaking of big hits, Segway.
Bum, bum. Look at a cool, effect right there.
Segway.
Some kind of cool
Becky Lynch took a big old hit.
Boy, I watched that happen. I didn't watch it live in person happen. I watched it on the Hulu Raw, the 90-minute Raw.
Yeah, the special edition.
Wow.
Man,
didn't that look pretty neat though? It looked like some Attitude Era.
Yeah, it was
kind of color.
I loved Becky before, but I love her more now, and I just hate the fact that Nia Jax. And I'm not throwing her under the bus, but I hate that every time she's involved with someone, she hurts them. Yeah. It feels like, you know. And I mean, it's part of the sports entertainment business, you know. It's part of pro wrestling. Yeah. You're gonna get hurt, but it shouldn't happen every damn time you're in an altercation with someone, you know.
No, that's true.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I love your hair right now.
Thanks. I was just talking about how all the modern rappers have been biting my style, putting the shit on the side, and I can't get it right today. But yeah, Cody and I both love Nia Jax. She's one of our favorite women on the roster right now, but she is extremely, extremely unsafe, man.
Yeah, it seems like she's a very dangerous worker, but I mean, she's a big girl throwing a lot of weight around, you know, and I don't mean any offense by that at all, but it's just the truth. Yeah. You know, compare her to an Alexa Bliss. That's a lot of power to be throwing.
Well, that was one of my favorite rivalries.
Yeah, that was good because you had
17.
It was David and Goliath, women style.
Exactly, that was great.
Yeah, that was really good.
I've heard rumors of Alexa Bliss wanting to retire, maybe.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't think that's true. We'll see.
I've seen her more in a managerial position here lately.
Yeah, because she's been hurt. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think she had like some kind of concussion or shoulder injury or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was.
She's still fucking great at it.
Oh, she's an amazing talker, so it doesn't really matter. She makes up for it. So yeah, with Becky Lynch getting injured, broke her nose. Of course, WWE says she broke her face, but broke her nose, got a severe concussion. I think they're probably overselling the concussion a little bit because, I mean, a punch like that, like, it can definitely concuss you, but I don't know about a severe, but anyways.
So that put her out of Survivor
Series. Her out of Survivor Series.
After that huge build with Ronda Rousey. The same night.
The same damn night.
Huge. That little segment had made me more excited for that match than I was previously.
Dude, that segment just built that match up to something almost unreal. It was just out of this world, kind of, you know. I was excited about the match beforehand, but then when you go back and it's like chaotic cameras remind me of like back in the day, you know, and
people running from the camera.
Yeah, exactly, and I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be awesome, dude.
So the women's Survivor Series is no longer title versus title.
No, it is not, because I think I read that they were throwing around the idea of vacating the title or stripping her or something like that. Yeah. But I think they just went with a better choice.
I thought for sure they would save Charlotte and Rowdy Ronda Rousey for
WrestleMania. Yeah. I think that was the plan, but I mean, shit happens, so sometimes you just gotta throw it to the wind and just go for it, I guess. I don't know.
That was also my prediction last year.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Speaking of champion versus champion, also big news in the WWE title world, whatever you want to call that. Tell us all about it, Todd. You told me about it this morning.
Yeah, man. Daniel Bryan. Okay, so SmackDown started out with AJ coming down, you know, cutting a promo.
The phenomenal one.
Yes.
From Gainesville, Georgia.
From Gainesville, the Southern boy. Cut a promo. Then Paul Heyman came out kind of like from the timekeeper area, I would say. And then kind of started cutting a promo and calling AJ second best to Daniel Bryan.
What do you think about that personally?
I mean, they're both really good, but I think AJ is a better performer and better talker. I think he all around is a better sports entertainer. But I love Daniel Bryan as well.
Maybe even AJ is the best wrestler in the world right now. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I mean, he's in the talks for sure. I mean, if he's not in the talks for someone, then I'm like, how do you even? You shouldn't even be talking to me right now.
Right. And how do you hold the belt for almost 2 years?
No, it was only 1 year.
How long was it?
It was
440 something.
No, I think it was only like 370 something.
Still,
I don't know. I can't remember.
Still a pretty long time.
Yeah, very long time, but
with some pretty memorable feuds, I guess too.
But so Daniel Bryan, they ended up getting in a match. They got in a scuffle in the ring, and then later on, Daniel Bryan wanted the match, and AJ begged for the match.
Of course he did. So, the fighting champion.
Exactly. So they gave him the match, and then Daniel Bryan turned heel, went for the low blow while the ref was down, and then gave him the big knee.
I have to admit,
and then pinned him clean.
Pinned him clean.
Well, pinned him clean after the low blow. Right. So I mean, call it what you will. Yeah. I call it a clean pin because I mean, when you're heel, cheating's kind of part of the deal.
That's the thing, man. What's Eddie Guerrero say? Lie, cheat,
steal.
Viva la raza.
Yeah,
that's great. I think if anybody if he had to drop that title, and I felt it coming in my bones for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If he had to drop it, God.
Part of me wonders, though, if the Becky Lynch situation had anything to do with the decision making there, because
maybe to take the heat off of that.
Yeah, because it seems so strange that Paul Heyman just showed up at SmackDown Live without Brock, okay, to confront AJ and then call him second best to Daniel Bryan. It seemed very, very pro wrestling. That's what it is. So
that's cool, man, because you can mark out on that, and
for real.
I like that when it makes me feel like I'm a kid again. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah,
every 10 seconds.
Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I definitely feel like I know who's gonna win that.
I was stoked on AJ versus Brock Lesnar too. I watched last
Survivor Series again. Yeah, the rematch.
I watched last year's just a few days ago in anticipation for it.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good match.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That's that bug, or it's the no. I didn't just wake up and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. Cough.
Was that your stomach in here?
Yeah, because I didn't just wake up and it's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Jesus.
I haven't put anything in there except for Mountain Dew yet.
Yeah, I showed up and he answered the door naked, covered up in a blanket.
Felt good.
I was like, "Why are you covered up, bro? Let me see it."
I was doing stuff with hate. Hate it when I leave that door open and I'm butt naked.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
So Women's Raw versus SmackDown. Traditional Survivor Series match. I don't even remember all the people on the team. I know SmackDown hasn't finished the 5-woman roster.
Bro, there's no more shows before Survivor Series, and they haven't even announced the full women's roster.
I know that it kind of makes me feel like, do they care?
I don't know. They did get their own pay-per-view.
I know, exactly. I know. That's what I'm saying, but I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more to build up to that match than leaving someone hanging, Like,
yeah, maybe get a huge pop for whoever it is.
Yeah,
Survivor Series.
They're gonna bring back Trish Stratus again.
Yeah, how many more times? I'm sure her contract hasn't run out. They're like, we'll get you for
one more, baby. And I'll be like, okay,
yeah, I'm totally fine with it. Just bring it on.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about the men's
men's Survivor Series. Looks great.
Who do we got here? On our men's on Raw, we got Braun, Dolph, Drew, Finn, and Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley is a pretty strange choice for me, but also I look at the Survivor Series as an opportunity to push people that haven't necessarily gotten the push that they deserve.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because you brought it up earlier, Survivor Series kind of just throws kayfabe out the window.
I hate Survivor Series. I hate it. I mean, I'm going to watch it and enjoy it, but I hate it because it just takes all storylines that have been worked on for a year and just throws them out the window.
Right out.
So then we got SmackDown. We got Miz, Shane McMahon, Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, and Jeff Hardy. What?
Yeah. Well, Shane McMahon is the best in the world.
Yeah, Shane is the best in the world. We cannot deny that.
I smell a heel turn. That's just me personally.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially him helping, well, not necessarily helping out D. Bry last night, but coming out to finish the scuffle and at least putting his hands on it. I smell a heel turn. That's just something that a heel can work on forever. Hey, motherfucker, I am the best in the world.
Yeah, I won it
in Saudi Arabia. Do something about it. I wasn't even
do something about it because Saudi Arabia is going to kill you if you do
and behead you.
Yeah,
there was a lot of controversy surrounding that.
I don't even want to bring it up.
No, I don't know enough about it to even bring it up. And
so who do you think is gonna win in the women's and the men's traditional Survivor Series? I mean, it's hard to say anything about the women's because we don't know the SmackDown roster completely or the SmackDown team completely.
So I won't say anything about the women's, but I will say that traditionally, from what I remember, they give SmackDown. They give the guys with the most in-ring talent the victory at Survivor Series. Traditionally, from what I remember, bar 420, boosh.
Haha. So that would be SmackDown.
I think that SmackDown's gonna take it because look at who you got. You got giant fucking dudes on the Raw roster.
It's set up to where, for me, it's set up to where it just that lineup on the men's Raw just looks devastating.
Huge.
And then you've got this odd matchup on SmackDown.
The biggest dude on SmackDown is Joe.
Yeah, Samoa Joe. And he's just a big dude. He's not even that tall. He's short.
Right.
But
good worker though. Great wrestler.
Great. good in ring ability.
I was talking about how I don't watch TNA or anything like that last week, and I was like, man, that's kind of closed-minded. So I did watch a little bit of TNA. Admittedly, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
Which
they had some great matches.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I was gonna say I could have just watched that on current WWE programming, but
I really don't think it's as good.
it's not as good.
They've done it too many times
Not as good,
in
not as
such a
fresh.
short period of time.
Right.
So it's like man,
It's not as fresh.
yeah, it's they need to. I don't know. I feel like they tried to build on it. From build on AJ and Joe
The thing about the
from TNA, and it's just like
the thing about the
doesn't work.
WWE is it's not necessarily meant for you and I, like wrestling snobs, smarks, if you will.
yeah.
It's made for the kids, and they'll rehash and recycle storylines, which is fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it either, but it's lazy writing. I mean, just point blank, just call it what it is, lazy writing.
Yeah.
But I ain't trying to call it the road dog or nothing.
He is in the writers' room, isn't he?
Get on your shit.
So is it Dewey Foley? One of Mick's sons is in the writers'
Is it
room
Dewey?
also.
I don't know. I
think
didn't
it's
know
Dewey.
that. I did not know that.
I don't think it's Dewey. I think it's the older son.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. If that's a fact, that's interesting. I did not know that.
He's some kind of that first season of Holy Foley.
Yeah. I haven't watched that, but I would like
that.
to. I'd like to.
You would like it just for Noel. Golly.
All right, John.
Shoo.
Keep it in your pants.
Cody's not here, so I can talk about stuff like that.
All right. Let's move on. We got Rollins versus Shinsuke. I feel like no one's really worried about this match because of the Seth and
Be a good match,
Dean.
though.
No, it's great. Gonna be a great match, but no one. I mean, they got the Seth and Dean rivalry going on right now, and it's just like,
Bring that on. Bring that on.
Please.
That's been years worth. Bring that on already, please.
Yeah.
They just put the Shield back together, right?
yeah,
And they became tag team champions, right?
yeah.
And then
became
Roman
tag team champions. Roman did his thing about the leukemia, which
It's old news. We know. Fuck.
we got your back, Roman. Shout out to you. But so that night, Dean turned on him.
Yeah, and nobody still knows why.
Yeah, he
That's
still
the thing.
hasn't told anybody.
You think?
I mean,
maybe-
he kind of did on the hood of that ugly red car.
Because he wants to burn it down.
So who do you think's gonna win that one, Rollins or Shinsuke? Because
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a run-in from Dean Ambrose that costs Seth Rollins the match.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
I
That's
wouldn't
a
be
very good
surprised
call.
about
I was gonna call Rollins, but you're right. I'm with you on that
I'm
one.
not surprised about that at all. That also, I'll save that for the main event, but that also kind of ties into my main event theory also. Who's
Okay.
next? AOP
versus the bar. Yeah.
2 tag team champions, huh?
Mm-hmm.
2 tag team champions that I couldn't give 2 shits less about either.
See, here's my thing. I think I know what's going to happen. I think the bar's going to win, and it's going to happen because of the Big Show interference.
Yeah, how cool. I didn't even know that the Big Show was running with him until I saw it.
Happened to SmackDown 1000?
Right,
I think so. I think is when it was first, like, our memory's terrible.
And I missed that one too. So
I did too. I didn't watch the 1000 either, so I'm going on what I've read and heard. So yeah, I think the bar is going to win that one.
Probably with assistance from the Big Show.
Yeah, because they still want to leave AOP being powerful. They
just got it, and they've been vying for it for a while.
Yeah,
I mean, they've
sure.
been slugging it out.
And the only way for AOP to only way for them both to look strong is for that finish.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to. I understand Survivor Series, but you're not trying to bury anybody, really.
Well, and also if you go back to the idea that they just suspend kayfabe for a month,
yeah,
and you can just do whatever you really want to,
anything you want, because it doesn't matter.
It sounds like a lot of the finishes are, at least in our eyes, involving some sort of run-in.
Yeah,
I can't see them booking 3 or 4 run-ins in a night though.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely Daniel and Brock is gonna be a clean one.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think so. I said
Really?
I brought that up earlier. I don't think that it will be a clean match. I think that Brock will lose to D-Bry.
Whoa.
With some sort of interference from Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Or, we're trying to make Braun Strowman heel. They're trying real hard anyway.
I just can't see him making Lesnar lose.
I think so. He got 5 F5s belted in the head with the title.
Braun, yeah.
He's coming back this month.
The fourth F5 was over the freaking rope.
Yeah, boosh.
We got the tag team elimination. I'm not super concerned about that one. It's gonna be fun. It's on the what do they call it? Not the pre-show with the.
I thought they called it the pre-show.
Is it? I thought they called it something else. Man, whatever.
The opening act.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
The 4th hour.
But it's a special 2-hour pre-show thing. So
that's nice.
Yeah, it starts at I think 5 here on the East Coast, 2 on the West, something like that.
Nice.
So I'm not super concerned about it. I honestly think SmackDown's going to win that one though. So I mean it'll be fun to watch, but it's something I'm not severely invested in. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch. Same with the Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali cruiserweight. I mean, I love the cruiserweights. They're fun to watch. It's just not something I stay up to date with.
I very famously don't give 2 shits about 205 Live.
Yeah, I mean, I've not watched a single episode of 205 Live, so
I don't care about the cruiserweights. Never have. It's the big dudes for me, man.
It's the big ones. John likes them big and throbbing.
So I guess in summation, who's your team? Who's taking it home this Sunday?
I think it's been 2 years for Raw. I think we're gonna continue it.
You think Raw's gonna?
Yeah, I think Raw's gonna win more of the Survivor Series matches. I think Raw's gonna own it. I mean, you got Rousey, Lesnar, the men's SmackDown Raw Survivor Series match. I definitely think is going to SmackDown. I think you're right on that. But I think everything else is pretty much going to be SmackDown.
I'm going to stick to my guns and say SmackDown has taken the Survivor Series 2018 home with them.
That'd be good. That'd be good. First year in 2 years.
Yeah.
This would be the 3rd year. So yeah. I don't think we talked about a finish for Rousey and Flair.
Oh, we didn't?
No, I don't think so. So let's.
Oh man, Ronda Rousey wins clean in the middle of the ring.
I think she has to.
Taps her out.
Right? She has to.
I think so.
And then we're gonna get Becky. It's just flip flop. We're gonna get Becky and Ronda at
maybe later.
Mania, maybe.
Oh God, I don't know.
I mean, if she got a severe concussion and a broken nose, she's gonna be out for a minute.
Yeah,
know?
She broke her face in half, and she's gonna be gone for a while. She'll be off TV.
Yeah. So.
But she's tough too, man.
Yeah, I love Becky, man.
The Irish lass kicker.
Yeah, the man.
Mm-hmm. I love that angle.
Yeah, that's so cool. Even on Twitter, she's the man.
The man.
I saw they released the trailer for was it Fighting with My Family? The Page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's working on?
Yeah, they released the trailer for it. I think today or yesterday.
I had to check that out.
Yeah, it was actually. It looked interesting. I was a little bit hesitant on really giving a shit about it.
Yeah.
But I love Paige.
I do too.
Especially. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, the last time I looked at some kind of Page trailer, I got banned from my smartphone from my Pretty Miss Cody Baby.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, what in the world?
Goodness gracious.
Jeez. Anyways, not to get on that kind of tangent here. Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting Survivor Series for sure. Super fucking weird.
Very weird. Survivor Series is always very weird anyway.
Man. It is. I mean, I hate Survivor Series. I hate it so fucking much. But
just because of the suspension of kayfabe there?
Yes, because it's, like I said, it destroys all storylines built upon for a whole freaking year.
That's kind of why I like it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like you mentioned earlier when we were talking, they're in the kind of the reality era where it's like, you know...
Yeah, kayfabe been dead for like at least 5-6 years.
Yeah. Like you said, about when and CM did the pipe bomb, infamous pipe bomb.
The 2K19 storyline is you making your way up from the indies.
Really?
Yeah. You know, so that just goes to show you that's the thing right now.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, interesting.
Which is great.
That'd be fun. I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Reminds me of like I never really played it too much, but like Guitar Hero, where they make you like play in the bars and play at the bowling.
Yeah, you have to work your way up to the arenas and the stadiums and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about everything.
Everything that we wanted to touch on today.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we're at what, 24 minutes or so. So
pretty long podcast, I guess.
It's decent. Do you have anything else you want to touch on? Other than me?
Yeah, other than your fucking sexy body.
Man, you took my line.
As always, JonWan and the Rod Talk About Everything is brought to you by our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/JonWan and the Rod Talk About Everything. You can also hit us up if you feel like it on the PayPal, paypal.com/JonWan and the Rod.
It's actually .me.
Oh, it's paypal.me?
Yeah. I think .com might work too.
Whatever you want to do.
You type it in, you figure it out.
Let us get the shekels, baby. The PayPal is JonWan and the Rod. Also the Facebook, also the Twitter, and also the YouTube. Right?
Yeah. Twitter is John and the Rod.
This will also be our inaugural SoundCloud episode. I really hope. I've been having to click this button every.
I really hope it recorded the audio. I know the video is going to work fine, but geez,
sometimes I'll get a nice little spike here in Logic. But that's how you can really help us out on Patreon and PayPal.
Yeah, I got to set up some more tiers on Patreon for you guys to get something in return, so we can post some behind the scenes videos.
We're working our way towards a new camera and a new computer with a new operating system.
We definitely need both of those things. We can handle the mics and everything else, but we definitely need the new computer and camera.
Bad. Real bad. Dude.
I'm bad. And better. I think it says back, but whatever. I don't know why I did that. Go Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, go Eric Bischoff. Join us next week for more hilarity, calamity.
Yes.
And, talking about everything. For my esteemed colleague, Todd, the Lightning Rod Hooper, I'm JonWan. Thank you for listening to another episode of JonWan and the Rod Talk About Everything. See you next week.